Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between BigMac and Barcode on Defender's Landing, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Barcode. I will let you in on a secret. This is actually Ketroc. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is BigMac. Alright, so this was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of really great high-level Masters game here featuring Ketroc. So I said, you know what? Let's do this thing. Let's give it a cast. Ketroc does, in fact, have his own YouTube channel and his own Twitch stream. There are links in the description and in the top right to the YouTube here as well. So please check him out. He's been around for a long time. He's been around for years and years and years, and just been doing such great things for the StarCraft 2 community. Also doing really interesting strategies. I'm not going to spoil anything. There is one strategy he is very well known for. If you've missed out on that and don't know quite sure what I'm talking about, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to spoil it for you. So Ketroc here is obviously has thrown... Ooh, okay, going down Command Center first. I was going to say Supply Depot, because he didn't want to get supply blocked, into Command Center first against a Protoss player who's going Gateway first here. So another question is, can the probe punish this? The probe is here scouting. And actually going to head back on over. Can you take down the SCV building this thing? Gonna try, but another SCV coming to help his friend. Get out of here, probe. No one likes your style. This guy's just trying to build a building. It's a building. It can't hurt you unless it's a planetary fortress. And here we go. Worker wars. The SCVs win because there were two of them against the Protoss. And expansion blocking engineering bay down here at the natural base. Oh, that's so annoying. So the 1-gate expand not going to be a thing for BigMac here. He's upset about... Does he know about the block? He doesn't even know about the block. He doesn't know about the block, but he knows about the command center first. That tells him something extremely important, and a double refinery follow-up here out of Ketroc as well as a barracks. Here comes the expand attempt, and what? What? Can't expand there? Where do you expand instead? I guess right here, just north? No, just scouting. Wait a second. Are you going to one base? Ooh, this is interesting. You're going to go for a double gateway cybernetics core stalker push here. Oh, against the Terran player who went a little bit greedy. There are going to be a few Marines out, but I don't know there's going to be enough to actually stop this stalker attack from happening. Bunker coming up, that's going to be useful as well. But as far as saving this command center, that bunker's at the top of the ramp, not by the command center. So I don't see being of much use here. Mothership core moving on out. Okay, this probe might want to throw down some pylons for photon overcharge. Oh, I like this response from the Protoss player very much. Basically going 2-gate stalker. Warp gate coming up here as well. Probe going to try to throw down, I think, a pylon. Basically going to pylon rush. Yep. Going to pylon rush. Ketroc here. Double pylons up. What's your response going to be, Ketroc? You have 2 Marines. I don't think it's enough to kill these things in time. Mothership core just kind of wandering up as well. About the same time the stalker gets here with a really cool skin. Planetary fortress upgrade coming in though on this natural base, and high-sec auto tracking as well. It's going to be a race against time. Go photon overcharge. You gotta do it if you're going to take this thing down. You got to photon overcharge at least one of these pylons, dude. What are you doing? Why are you not photon overcharging? You're killing me. All right, so they're going after the pylons now. There's the photon overcharge. Is it too late though? It might be too late. Okay, there's the double photon overcharge. Is it going to be enough to get this planetary fortress down? These SCVs have come down to try to repair it. Kill the SCVs. Kill the SCVs. And the planetary fortress is down to 200 hit points. SCVs are falling. Stalkers are dying as well. More SCVs coming down the line trying to stop this from happening. Planetary fortress, I think, is going to survive. Ladies and gentlemen, the SCVs repairing as fast as they can. Mothership core trying to murder them as fast as she can. Planetary fortress with 3 kills, killing stalkers, killing pylons here as well, and Mothership core with 2 kills. It's getting chased by Marines though. Get out of there. And Mothership core does manage to survive. The stalker, on the other hand, is probably not going to survive, and it does actually explode. So what is that? 5 SCVs killed in exchange for 4 stalkers and 2 pylons. Close one. Close call. Wow, says BigMac. That was super wow-orific. Engineering bay getting murdered by a stalker and a couple probes here at the natural base of BigMac. So Ketroc has his natural base up. He's got 27 to 27 workers compared to his opponent. But again, having 2 bases, super duper useful. Super incredibly useful. The Warp Nexus just now coming in for our Protoss player. And now we're getting up to a double factory opening here from the Ketroc. Double refinery still going on. Still not a lot of gas being used here, unless you want to count for the factories and for this planetary fortress upgrade. But otherwise, not a whole lot of gas spent. Looks like Ketroc is saving up for something. Continuing the pressure is BigMac. I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to let this Terran player go command center first against me and win this thing. There is also a Stargate warping in for the Protoss. And Stalker's moving in. Stalker's moving into this natural base. Going to try to actually, you know what? Bypass. What are you doing? Just bypass. Why are you walking into a planetary fortress? Bypass it. There is a bunker at the top of the ramp. I understand that's very scary. In fact, it is. One of these factories gets a tech lab. The other of these factories does get a reactor. And missile turrets coming up all over the place. Wow, just lining this main base with missile turrets. So any oracles that try to come in, nope. Any void rays that try to come in, nope. Stargate just finishing up. We will see what our Protoss player decides to use with this Stargate in conjunction. We do have some Stalkers trying to sneak up here, and they can't actually affect the SCVs on these far left mineral patches at the natural base. So they're going to slow down the mining income for Ketroc here very nicely, taking a third Nexus as well as BigMac down here and to the right of his natural. And going for some ninja type stuff here in the top left as well as BigMac. So he's got a lot of stuff going, man. A lot of stuff going here. Tanks in production. Got some Widow Mines in production as well. So just a lot of splash damage, a lot of missile turrets. Planetary Fortress here, again, helping with that. Siege tank steps up in the mineral line of the natural base. So any more tanks or any more Stalkers that try to come in and cause some problems will be shooed away post-haste. Phoenix count actually beginning here for BigMac. So again, Phoenix have a hard time with missile turrets. There's one in the mineral line and a few on the edges of this main base. We got Widow Mines sitting here to defend at the natural base as well. Phoenix really don't like Widow Mines. Really don't enjoy Widow Mines, even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. Adept production has begun out of Adept here. Out of BigMac here as well. And actually knocking down his own cooling tower is our Protoss player. Shoo, shoo. Dead. Completely dead. And actually, wow, taking a third base in the top left corner here is Ketroc. Are these guys blind to each other? They're blind to each other. BigMac has a pylon in the same base that the command center is coming up for Ketroc, and neither player knows the other one exists. This is kind of hilarious. What are you planning on doing with this pylon, BigMac? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. So are we just going mass Widow Mine tank here? It kind of seems like that's what we're doing if we are Ketroc. Widow Mines all over the place. Tank production continuing. Going for another command center. This would be a fourth command center, and now we get double starport coming out as well. So moving across the map, we have some Phoenix flying on in, trying to see what they can see. Missile turrets might rebuff them straight up. Here, are they going for it though? Bam, 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 bam. Get out of there, Phoenix. One dies so quickly. Other one takes massive damage to its hull. Missile turrets hit hard, you guys. What is that? 12 damage times 2, 24 damage per shot with a range of 8 because of that high-sec auto-tracking upgrade. Weapon speed 0.61. Yes, missile turrets are good. As it turns out, are we still invisible? We're still invisible. Still invisible to each other in the top left corner here. Got Stalkers, got Adepts, got some Phoenix mixed in as well. Third base for BigMac is a big deal. Like that he has that one. It's 59 to 45 Harvesters. Protoss player looking good. Looking good economically here. Third base has been sneaked by our Terran player, though. Protoss player has no idea that it exists. He might try to scout other locations, but doesn't know about this one. Another planetary fortress upgrade here as well. Double refinery. Double refinery here at the third base. And a fourth base, fourth command center not having been landed yet. Double starport with double tech lab at the same time. And oh, here we go. Warping on some zealots over here. Is this still? Okay, he knows. He knows now. We can see this refinery. Zealots coming in, but guess what? Planetary fortress, sucker! Planetary fortress with high-sec auto-tracking. So good against these zealots. Corvid reactor coming in for our barcode Ketroc player. Likely gonna see some Ravens. Gonna see some Ravens. Another starport being under construction as well. There it is, being constructed here. So I think we're gonna see a few Ravens. See how they do against Protoss here today. Double Stargate action. Got a fleet beacon coming in as well. BigMac says, you're gonna leave me alone this long? Let's go to carrier. Fourth base warping in up into the right side of our Protoss player. And a Widow Mine actually sitting over here. Murdered what? Murdered a zealot? Probably murdered a zealot. So again, base defense is going to be static defense right now. It's going to be siege tanks that can't move. Going to be Widow Mines that can't move. Going to be planetary fortresses that can't move. Widow Mine kills the probe here in the top left corner. Zealot trying to escape. But guess what? Widow Mine! Ow, that hurts. Double expanding. What is going on? Ketroc is doing crazy things. Okay, taking a 4th base at his 3rd base location, taking a 5th base directly south of his natural base, and putting up 2 command centers along the right side of the map here as well. So I think these might just be planetary fortresses going to dissuade little sneaky attacks up the right side by the Protoss player. What does Ketroc even have right now? Ketroc has 8 Widow Mines, 64 SCVs, 3 tanks, and 4 Marines. That's it. That is it for units which technically can move that are not structures. SCVs coming down to this 5th base. This is going to confuse me. This is going to confuse me so dang much. All right, so Void Ray is going to be the answer. Interesting. Void Rays here for the BigMac. At least double pumping them right now. This SCV having a great time. You mean I get to use my drill and take down a pylon? Yeehaw! He says. He's so happy. Can we actually, if we sneak over this way... I was going to say, can we see their face in there at all? No, not really. Not really at all. Still fun. Still a fun little animation is the SCV attacking animation. You got to appreciate the small things in the StarCraft 2, you guys. Carriers in production after those Void Rays. Another Stargate on the way for the Protoss player, and he has a 5th base in the bottom right side as well. So we're looking at 5 bases versus 5 bases with 2 additional command centers along the right side for Ketroc, which he hasn't done anything with. I thought for sure he would have made these into planetary fortresses at some point, but instead he's quadruple pumping Ravens. Quadruple pumping the Raven today. All right, I'm a fan of that. I'm a totally huge, mega, giant fan of that one. Oh, okay, so he's not using these right side command centers to turn into planetary fortresses. He's going to land them as bases instead. All right, I'll allow it. I'll allow that. So taking a 6th base down into the right of his 5th and a 7th base down into the right of his 6th. There's a pylon here that does scout that thing, as it turns out. Widow Mine's just trying to burrow themselves in random spots. 2 of them dying very quickly. The other one's still alive. This base is not going to live. He's trying to make this a planetary fortress, but the 7th base is not long for the world. There are too many Stalkers, too many Void Rays, and too many Adepts. Might as well cancel that upgrade. Ketroc, you can cancel the upgrade at any time now. And he doesn't. Interesting. He doesn't care. Ravens wandering into this 3rd base and chucking down so many auto turrets. These Adepts are in trouble. These Adepts are in a lot of trouble right now. Look at them fall. More auto turrets in the natural base, just laying waste. The carrier dies here. What? Carrier dies here. Phoenix trying to do some damage here, tossing down more auto turrets and saying, you want to come close to us? You'll get auto turreted right in the face. Oh man, this mass carrier thing that Ketroc does is so nuts. It's so crazy. Oh, they get out more Phoenix because they wandered by the auto turrets. You got to be careful. They hit really, really hard, you guys. Really hard. More carriers coming in. Sky toss action activated. 6th base happily done for Ketroc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6 bases to 5 bases for the Protoss. 154 to 139 total supply here. Gas income is up on all the bases except the 6th base. A new 7th base coming up on this left side, and an 8th base as well. Ketroc is just expanding like there's no tomorrow. Can we see every base on this map get mined out? There's a lot. Another one coming in. What, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bases. Quadruple pumping Ravens. He's at the point where he can just pretty much just mass Raven and call it good. Which again, this does remind me of a mono battle we had. Was it a mono battle we had? It was a mono battle we had a few days ago where one player did get Raven and used them to pretty good effect. Pretty darn good effect, if my personal opinion matters anything here. 5 Ravens at a time. 4 carriers at a time. I feel like that's a lot of Hunter-Seeker on carriers. This 4th base in a lot of trouble for a Protoss player. Auto turrets tossed down on everything, killing a lot of these probes. Killing interceptors, I guess? Not really. Not really killing interceptors at all, as it turns out. But how many probes have died? 25 probes have died so far. 89 to 63 total harvesters. He's got 89 workers. 9th base looks like it should finish in peace. 8th base finishing up about the same time as the expansion timings were very similar indeed. Robotics facility on the way for BigMac here at the same time, and just making as many carriers as possible. So we're going to see maxed out versus maxed out army here. And then it's just going to come down to micro. Going to come down to, can the Hunter-Seeker missiles hit? Because I mean, I guess it's going to be have to be Hunter-Seeker. I just didn't think that the auto turrets did that well against interceptors when there were that many carriers here. +2 attack done for the carriers. Throwing up more command centers along this right side. I don't think there are any places for those to expand to, so they might just hang out this time instead of turning into expansions. Ravens coming into this natural base. Oh, not cannons. PDDs thrown down. And auto turrets on top, and then decides it's time to retreat. Man alive, killing more of these probes that are on gas. Slowing down gas income for the Protoss is going to be a big deal. How many interceptors have died? 36 interceptors have died. That's kind of a lot. So both players effectively maxed out. 190 to 193 total supply. Both sitting on about, 1,000, 2,000 gas and minerals each. 9 bases up for our Terran player, and we have 1, 2, just the 5. The 6th base now coming in for BigMac. He took his 7th. Could take his 7th for the final base on this map to be taken. It's so insane, you guys. So crazy. 4 more Ravens on the way. Now he's maxed out. I'm pretty sure that's it. It's going to be it. Got some Hellions, because sure, we'll make some Hellions. Why not? 6th base for BigMac. I think it might just die here. The army's not in a place to respond to this. Auto turrets, engage! And this poor Nexus actually did get finished, only to die. 5th base down below on fire as well. Is it going to die? Look at him snipe bases. Here we go. Hunter Seekers being thrown down on these Void Rays and the carriers. Wow. Void Rays just instantly gone. Auto turrets versus interceptors. 23 interceptors have died. Finding this 6th base along the right side of Ketroc, decides to murder it with all of his carriers. Widowmine can't find something to hit. Look at this. Widowmine could not find a single target to fire on. That's kind of hilarious. As it turns out, is he just going for it? Kind of. These, where are you? I don't understand. Where are you going, command centers? Why are you coming down this way? You're going to try to planetary fortress this base to death? That'd be awesome. The latest planetary fortress rush of all time. +1 armor on these Ravens. Is he going for more? Yeah, +2's on the way. So he'll get there. Also recalibrated explosives. More damage. Is it more damage on the auto turrets? Is that what that is? I think it is. I think it is. Natural base has a lot of auto turrets on it, but there's the recall. Mothership recalls everybody home to where the auto turrets are. I don't know about this. Mothership dies. Holy shamoly, and more probes getting killed here as well. Command center trying to land down there in the bottom right. Not sure if it's entirely working out for him or not. Seeker missile damage by 30% and range by 50%. Okay, that's what that one is. That is what that upgrade is. The one I was thinking of, can't remember it, but it is very similar sounding, I think. Command center is getting shooed away by some stalkers in the bottom left corner. This 9th base does get found by the Golden Armada. And it ends up getting completely destroyed there as well. How do you deal with these carriers? With your Ravens, it's just got 10 Ravens coming in at a time here. It's just got to be auto turrets thrown down on these stalkers that are trying to make them have a hard day. PDD as well, just absorbing shots. No big deal. No big deal. He's lost 3 Ravens so far in this game, you guys. 3. Resources lost here, 6,000 to 13,000. Terran has the win on that one. This here, 4th base under assault as well. And it looks like the auto turrets are not focusing down the interceptor, or the Nexus. They're going to try to take down the interceptors here. So again, slowly whittling away at this interceptor count. Adepts have found the, I don't know what this base this is. They're dead anyway. It's a planetary fortress. But the rest of the Golden Armada finds it with +3 attack on these dudes, +2 shields, and is that plus armor? +2 armor as well. Holy shamoly. Repair not going to save it. Sorry, nice try with the repair there. Oh, some Ravens with a bad rally. Oh, no, Ketroc, no. All right, so that base is out. We are kind of in base race mood a little bit, unless... Base race move. I am struggling today. Auto turrets thrown down on this 4th base. Getting rid of the cannons, getting rid of the probes, getting rid, again, of interceptors. I really feel like it might be a better move to just try to focus down the Nexus individually. It's really, really difficult to actually get some shots off and kill the interceptors. I'm surprised he's not. There we go. He's Hunter Seeker missiling it now. Splitting off the ones. Ooh, big time hits on that other one, though. Run! Get out of here. 2.62 move speed on the carriers. 3.85. Ravens should be able to run here. Holy smokes, carriers. At the main base, but actually not involved. Tanks moving down to this 3rd base, murdering things. Because why not? Is he replaced? He replaced his 9th base, and now he's got a 10th base. And an 11th base on the bottom right side here as well. Ketroc is just expanding, again, like there's no tomorrow. Like there's no other games of StarCraft to play ever. And so he's going to make as many bases as possible and call it good. +2 armor's done for his Ravens. And here comes some probes. What are these probes doing? Are they long-distance mining? I don't know. I don't know where they're... Oh, they are actually trying to do that. That's interesting. So auto turret killing a lot of them. As it turns out, flying in, PDDs, more auto turrets tossed down to get rid of these cannons. But guess what? Flank attack from the carriers. Get out of there. Get out of there, says the Ravens, and they do. Again, more auto turrets dying. Does that show up on the resources or the units lost? It doesn't. Because they're free units, I get. But I mean, they should show up on units lost, I think. Anyway, just kind of flying around killing bases is BigMac here. This replacement 9th base, gone truly instantly there. A lot of dead SCVs. 51 SCVs haven't killed so far, but it's 21 probes remaining for the Protoss player. 21 probes remaining. Flying into the main base is Ketroc. What's he gonna? Is he gonna try to even get rid of this stuff? I don't think he cares about gateways necessarily. He wants to kill probes. Anytime he sees probes, he's just gonna throw down auto turrets. He's gonna get rid of cannons here as well. The probe count is down to 12, which is really bad. Here he is making a tour de France. Tour to BigMac's bases, just throwing down auto turrets wherever he sees blue. And it's working out exceptionally well for him, I would say. That was just 3 probes remaining. 3 probes remaining in this game. 3 to 68 is never good. But again, can he actually deal with these carriers? I don't know. He's kind of juking around. Trying to not directly engage with these carriers. Getting an angle on him, though, is BigMac picking off a couple of these Ravens. Boom, boom, boom. Several of them dying here. And actually, he stopped to throw down some auto turrets to probably distract the carriers, distract the interceptors, because this Raven, he's lost 31 Ravens. He still has 37, but I mean, it's not, these guys are not immortal, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, 2 probes remaining for the Protoss player. I mean, right now, I kind of feel like you just sort of base race it. If this is so many carriers. This is 22 carriers, you guys. This might be the most I've seen in a game ever that I've cast in StarCraft 2. All right, going for that main base, going for these production facilities of Ketroc. I think he can pull it off. I really do. The Ravens are on the left side. They can't really engage here. They can't really interfere here. So that's what he's doing. He's going for the main. That bunker that was built in the early part of the game, gone. The first barracks, gone. Additional bases, command centers that Ketroc's trying to build. In a lot of trouble here as well. Got a lot of SCVs here at the natural base that are effectively idle right now. Getting rid of the starports, getting rid of some of these Ravens that are popping out of the starports at the wrong place and at the wrong time, and just trying to kill Nexuses right now. Is Ketroc on the south side of the map. Okay, so natural base gone. Completely out. Main base toast as well. I think Ketroc knows it. I don't think he can save it here at all. All starports, I think, are gone at this point. Oh, just kidding. There are still 6. How are there still 6? I guess they're everywhere else. Everywhere else. More auto turrets getting tossed down on this third base. Oh, BigMac, yes, he's killing Nexuses now. He's hunting Nexuses. Boom, boom. Armory, toast, main base. Okay, we're in base race mode, you guys. All right, so I think the priority here for our Terran player is to kill as many Nexuses as possible so we can see where the Protoss is hiding buildings. So that's it. That's it for Nexuses for our Protoss player. He will be revealed here very momentarily. Resources lost at this point, 24,000 lost for the Protoss and 29 for the Terran. So Ketroc has lost a ton of stuff here. I just don't know how he deals with the carriers. Half the carrier fleet coming back home to defend the homeland, the other half continuing on. BigMac is being revealed, and he doesn't even have a probe left to rebuild. Okay, this could just be straight up the beginning of the end for our Protoss player here. My brain's like, let's go through all the available races in StarCraft 2 before you say the correct one. How does that sound? I'm just fine. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. All right, so I think this might just be a million Hunter Seeker missiles going on this group. I don't know what else you do against these carriers. Another base fallen here. Pretty much all that's left for Ketroc are these left 3 bases, but they're still here. And he did manage to save a single starport. Did he save a single starport? He saved 3 starports. Never mind. They're trying to fly away and getting murdered as well. Expanding in the bottom right. Ketroc is good at one thing. It's good at making carriers, and the other thing is good at expanding. This dude has made so many bases. He's made so many bases. He's lost 9 planetary fortresses, and he currently has 2 other bases as well. So it's just is crazy. Actually, do we see how many command centers he's lost here at the same time? It's going to be a lot. It's going to be something. Where are we? Planetary fortress. Oh, 8 command centers have also died. Ketroc trying to throw up some supply depots along this right side. No, gets sniffed out. Gets sniffed out immediately by the carrier group. So it's a game of cat and mouse here. I'm really surprised Ketroc hasn't tried to do some kind of a crazy mass Hunter Seeker on these carriers. Can they outrun them? The damage done is pretty good. 130 damage. Splash, right? If these carriers are grouped up, we can do some good stuff. But every time the carriers get close, he kind of just straight up retreats. The rest of the Golden Armada, you know what? It's easier, I feel like, to take out half of it than this whole darn thing, unless they're really clumped up for some reason, which I don't know why he would do that. Yeah, Protoss player can't do anything else. All of his probes are gone. Widowmine's firing on Void Rays as well. And you know what? If you're not going to engage, says BigMac, I'm just going to murder your top left base. How's that sound? Third base. Officially the third base. It's going to get murdered here. Yep, gone. Planetary Fortress out. Here we go. Hunter Seeker time. Everything is red. Oh, so many of these carriers are red right now. The explosions are insane. Oh. Wow. 20 carriers have been lost. The 3 final carriers of BigMac trying valiantly to kill what is left here from Ketroc. And actually, we're going this way, Ravens. What is happening? He's building command centers along the right side of the map, building them along the left side of the map. Actually getting a little mineral starved here is Ketroc. I don't know about this. Yeah, it's 3 carriers remaining. 21 kills, 19 kills, and 15 kills each. Restore. Oh, there it is. The good game out of BigMac. BigMac is defeated, and Ketroc is victorious in 26 minutes and 33 seconds. Ho! Let's take a look at that resources lost tab here. That's going to be 37,000 resources lost for the Protoss compared to 46 for Ketroc. That is 20 carriers dead, 53 Ravens dead, 120 SCVs, 120 probes, 123 probes. That's very close. 241 interceptors. It's a lot of dead stuff. Okay, look, let's count. 1 orbital command, 10 planetary fortresses, and 8 command centers were lost in this game. That's 19. And he is making 2 more. I mean, he's just a crazy person. And he had 1 PF at the end of the game. 4 more. I mean, 30 bases built in a 26-minute game. Just such a fun style. Such a fun style to watch. I'm sure it's really fun to play as well here. But, oosh. All right. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.